We all have things that we need to let go of. Those things are often people, those things are often situations or conversations, and we hold on to them like they've become part of us. And often the result of that situation means that it has had an effect on our personal identities as well. So if you've had a conversation with someone and it's put you into that place of not feeling good enough, when that situation gets triggered in your mind and that memory comes back up, what happens is that each time that feeling of not being good enough also comes to the surface. So when we're looking at letting go to create space, there's a real way that you can go about this in order to be able to create space energetically, emotionally, mentally, physically, so that you can move forward and really go on into the future. So what you want to do is, first of all, is start thinking about a situation that you want to let go of, and just close your eyes and start thinking about that situation. Now, straight away, I'm sure there's words or emotions or feelings or even visuals that may come to the surface. And I want you to notice whereabouts those feelings are coming up. Are those feelings coming up in your head? Can you feel them at the front? Or perhaps you're feeling them behind your eyes. Is it making you feel a little bit emotional? Now, as you're noticing those things, I want you to energetically take a moment to step out of yourself in that situation and be able to look back over that situation from like a bird's eye view, like you can see it all happening from above. Now, often what happens is that when we can see that situation from above and we can get that fresh perspective of what's actually going on in that moment, we can see and understand that we also played a part in that scenario. And that could be that maybe you weren't at your finest that day. Maybe things had happened in the morning that triggered you to react in that way. Was your language truly the best that it could be in that moment? And when we're able to look back on those scenarios, look back on those environments, look back on those conversations, and realize that we also played a part in it, and perhaps the memories that we've been holding on to of that situation are really not fact, and we've been holding on to them with a lens that's been manipulated by our emotions and our reaction at that time. Now, when you're able to look at that, this is this first part of where you're able to acknowledge what went on and take a little bit of responsibility for that situation. Now, when we take responsibility for being part of that, it means that we can slowly but surely start to let it go. Now, one of the things that I really like to do is wish the other person well. So when it comes to a situation that involved another person or a conversation that involved another person, I really work on every time that it comes up, I just go, I wish you well, I wish you well, I wish you well. And when you can start to say that truly and honestly, really from a place from your heart, and I know this sounds cheesy, but I swear to you, it is absolutely true, that you can actually notice that the intensity of that situation starts to lose its worth and its value within you. And each time that we let things go from our past, it means that we're creating space within ourselves, again, emotionally, mentally, physically, so that we can move on and move forward to all of our goals and dreams, and not let those situations pull us back into the past where we might have been hurt, but we also might have hurt someone else as well. So that's my 2 bits for today. Have a look in, see what you can let go of, and make room for the future.